Hi everyone. It's been a long time since I made a video and I figured I better get back on it as I'm going through my journey and trying to learn and gain wisdom and see who I am inside, outside, what is ego driven and what makes me tick. I felt the need to make a video as, you know, our society, our world is in a bad spot right now. There's so much segregation. There's so many heinous things taking place. There's so much hatred being spewed at one another, whether it's politics, whether it's, racial issues. We need to come back to the main part that we're not separate. We're not different. I mean, we are different, but that's what makes us so unique. If we could simply learn how to not judge or want to change every single other person, and we would look more to ourselves to see why are we angry about this? What's the real reason that we are having emotion about this person and their viewpoint on whatever it is that they're emotional about, and understand that we control our emotion. We control how we can respond. So we all have a very divine puzzle piece to contribute to the grand whole of things. And I think that once we can figure out what that puzzle piece is, we find more peace and happiness, and ultimately learn that we don't have to change anyone. So, and I'm kind of all over the place right now because there's so many different things that I want to talk about, and because I haven't made a video in so long, I'm kind of all over the place. But I kind of want to focus in on, I guess, first on ego and these like sub-personalities that kind of all stem from ego. And so stemming from ego creates a whole platform of players that we have to first and foremost identify: fear, guilt, those types of things. They all are hand in hand on that team. So we have to understand that when we get upset, or let's put it this way, what I'm trying to understand about myself is, why am I upset? Why have I let this person, get under my skin? But mainly owning the fact that, at an internal level, I allowed it to happen because this is my temple. My personal space. So at what point did I allow that, whatever it is, and to go in and identify what it is that's making me upset and really dissect it and understand it? And in doing so, I'm finding a lot of peace, but also identifying too that everything is a wave. It's like waves of the ocean. So you're going to have up days, you're going to have down days, and hopefully you can learn from the down days and spring up faster and better than you were before, and learn from these emotional bouts that we all trip and fall down on. So mainly understanding that ego is a huge player. So to feel the need to want to have power, on a minute scale, to tell someone, well, you should see it like this, and that's the only way you should see it, or maybe mistreating someone. I know I've mentioned that in the first couple of videos that I deal with the public, and I see a lot of ego-based representations that the need to push on to somebody else your ego-based interpretations of life. It's not necessary to make another human being feel less than you for whatever it is that you're struggling with. You really need to go within yourself and find why you're upset, why you're so mad and you feel the need to go out and hurt someone else. If we could simply realize that we all have a piece of information, a special piece of the puzzle to hand to our fellow human beings to promote evolvement together. If we could start acting out like that, to do more, help more, be more, and really ask the question, what can I do for this person to help them thrust forward in their journey? How can I help? And in doing so, and in being of help, and in denouncing ego a little bit and understanding it, we can then see how we can help each other in this grand journey, which ultimately is together. I mean, the reason that, in my opinion, the reason that our society, our world, our nation is struggling is because you have two sides. You know, there's this duality type perception to every single thing that we do. And if we simply understood that both of the wings belong to the same bird, just remember that. They belong to the same bird. There is no separate. There is no, you know, this or that. I mean, there is, because we make it that way. But we just have to wake up a little bit and see that we are the people. We do have a voice, and we have a very powerful voice. And if we could only just simply imagine how loud and powerful that voice would be if we used it together. So maybe I'll just stop there for now. But if we used it together, and we didn't see color, and we didn't see, you know, all these, it's not my business what sexual preference anyone else has. I'm perfectly fine with all of that. I'm perfectly fine with, I think, the diversity in color and ethnic background and everything that makes our world the beautiful world that it is. Why would we try to separate that? Why would we try to turn that off? Let's just leave it at that and just honor and love every single aspect of this beautiful world, and try to start helping our earth and helping repair and educate and wake people up and say, you know, we all have the opportunity to open our eyes and just see it from just a different perception, looking through brand new eyes, yet the same eyes you've always had. Just a simple shift in perception can change everything. Thanks, everybody.